Everyone, and welcome back to round 2 of the Nintendo World Championships unboxing, continuing with the special edition released exclusively in Japan. Now, in this version, you also get the physical copy of the game, and you also get a 7-day free trial to Nintendo Switch Online. Now, I think the North American version gives you this. I'm not 100% sure, unless it was a special promotion from Nintendo, because I don't know, I gotta try it out, because I did put in this game, the Japanese version, in my Nintendo Switch, and a window popped up asking me if I wanted to redeem a 7-day free trial. Now, as for the extras, you do get the 13 art cards, and I have to say, I think I like this version a little bit better. It was a nice touch that they not only included the box art of the original Famicom cartridges, but on the other side, you also get the start screens of each game. Now, as for the pins, they're all pretty much the same as the North American release, except for the main difference on the back. The clutch or the pin lock is actually made out of metal. Not sure why the North American version decided to go with rubber, but you know, here we are. Another main difference is the main Nintendo World Championship pin. As you can see, it is written in Japanese, and you know what? It looks really good. Finally, the biggest reason why I picked up the Japanese Special Edition is because of these. Instead of the gold cartridge, they decided to include the Famicom Joycons. I mean, come on. Now, would I have preferred NES Joy-Cons instead of the gold cartridge display? Yes. Not to mention, the Canadian version was $70.99 plus tax. They could have easily included the NES Joy-Cons. I would have gladly taken this over the pins and the art cards, but whatever. Now, these Joy-Cons can only be purchased if you are a Nintendo Switch Online member in Japan, and you must have a Japanese credit card linked to an address in Japan. Then you could order these from the Nintendo store. These controllers are an exact replica of the Famicom, also known as the Family Computer, that was released in Japan back in 1983. God damn, I'm old. This was later released, as we all know, as the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, in 1985. Now, what makes the Famicom controller much different than the NES controllers is that the second controller has a built-in microphone. The microphone only works for certain games, obviously released in Japan. For example, the coolest application of the microphone was in the original Zelda. You can use your voice to defeat the Pole's voice enemies. And also in the game Kid Icarus, you can also use your voice to barter with the merchant in the game. Only for that, it's pretty cool. Now the Famicom, I'm telling you, was ahead of its time, and this was 1983. The only other time when I used a microphone was when I was using the Sega Dreamcast, and I used the microphone to play with my Seaman. I mean, Seaman! Seaman! Anyhow, let's see how these look on my Switch. And there you have it. These are the Nintendo World Championships for the Nintendo Switch. Which version did you prefer? Will you be picking up the game as well? And more importantly, if an SNES version were to be released, would you want them to include SNES Joy-Cons instead? Anyhow, thanks for watching, everyone, and don't forget to check me out on twitch.tv/LookAtAllThatJuice, where I stream live every Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday.